Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here in Foley Square, Southern District of New York. Here in the Southern District, should be 3 o'clock today after many delays. One of the money launderers in the OneCoin cryptocurrency scam, a cryptocurrency without a blockchain, David Pike, will finally be sentenced. Mark Scott, meanwhile, is still fighting his conviction at trial by saying that Konstantin Ignatov perjured himself, which is pretty clear that he did. Will it be enough to get a new trial? Nobody knows. Meanwhile, we'll be heading, hopefully, before then, to Brooklyn for the cross-examination of Mr. Tim Leissner of Goldman Sachs in the Joe Low, Roger Ng case. There was some controversy or question about whether the trial would go forward, given questions about Kimora Lee Simmons Leissner's, yes, 4 names, 1 woman, 4 names, her spousal privilege, but it looks like that's going to be resolved on the papers, on some papers, and the cross should be happening. So we'll be covering that. We're going to foray into the world of finance, and not just sanctions imposed on the Central Bank of Russia, but an equally big and troubling development, Toronto Dominion applying to make a major purchase in the United States of a bank. They seem to not understand that the bank regulators have said that they're reviewing mergers differently. First Horizon is the target. We'll be watching it closely and reporting on this platform. Meanwhile, of course, Ukraine. We've mentioned it and we'll return to it again. We're covering the UN Windbag Festival in the UN General Assembly, where after taking bribes, the President of the General Assembly, from Chinese bribers, Eng Lapsang, convicted in the building behind me, and Patrick Ho, convicted a block away from here, of bribing Sam Kutesa, President of the General Assembly, then trying to bribe, probably bribing, but definitely trying to bribe Antonio Guterres in a way that Guterres himself concealed on his finances. Well, Ukraine. Ukraine, today at 2 o'clock, the new President of the Security Council, the UAE, which abstained twice, will be having a press conference in the UN. These are the press conferences that for many years we covered and asked biting questions. But today, we're not allowed in. We wrote to the UAE and to its ambassador. No answer yet. So we'll be covering it. Watch this space. Inner City Press. To be continued.